Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best laptop under $1,000.
Starting at number 5.
ASUS TUF-. Our best gaming pick is the ASUS TUF-F15, 2022, a 15.6-inch model. For under $1,000, you can get an Intel 12th Gen Core i5 model paired with an NVIDIA GeForce 3050T GPU, a 144Hz FHD display, 8GB of RAM, and 512GB of storage. The Core i5 and RTX 3050T combo can deliver a pretty solid 60 frames per second in demanding games at 1080p, but to get the most out of the system, you'll have to upgrade the memory to 16GB in dual-channel mode. Like the RAM, the storage is also user-replaceable. You can upgrade to a larger drive or install a second SSD since there are 2 slots. Ports include 2 USB-A, 2 USB-CS, 1 Thunderbolt 4, and a full-size HDMI. Other than the RAM and storage, another compromise is the display. The 144Hz panel has a slow response time, resulting in visible ghosting behind fast-moving objects, and it doesn't support VRR to reduce screen tearing. Thermal throttling is minimal under load, so you'll get a consistent gaming experience when playing for an extended period. The laptop does get hot and loud, though. The overall build quality is excellent, and it isn't overly bulky or heavy, so it's relatively portable.
Coming at number 4.
Microsoft Surface Pro. The best under $10002 2-in-1 tablet we've tested is the Microsoft Surface Pro 8, 2021, a tablet Windows PC with a built-in kickstand and detachable keyboard. With this versatile form factor, you can detach the keyboard to make the device lighter and easier to hold or to save space, like on a kitchen counter or airplane tray table. Its 3:2 display looks incredibly sharp and gets bright enough for outdoor use. Plus, it has a 120Hz refresh rate, which makes the system feel more responsive, especially when using pen input. Unfortunately, you must buy the stylus separately. The same goes for the keyboard. The stylus is optional, but the keyboard is a near necessity because Windows isn't particularly touch-friendly, and the keyboard also helps protect the screen from scratches. The webcam is excellent and among the best on the market, and you also get an IR camera for quick logins via facial recognition. Battery life is passable at around 7 hours of light use or 6 hours of video playback. One thing to note is that Microsoft has already released the Surface Pro 9. It's identical to the Pro 8 in design, it just has a faster Intel 12th Gen processor. The performance increase likely isn't noticeable in light productivity workloads, so you aren't missing out on much. As for the Surface Pro 8, you can easily find the base model for as low as $700 since it's an older device, although that's without the keyboard and stylus, so expect to spend a bit more for the whole package. See the Surface Pro 9 on Amazon.
At number 3.
Acer Chromebook Spin. The best Chromebook under $1,000 we've tested is the Acer Chromebook Spin 714, 2022. It has a 14-inch screen that gets bright enough for use in most indoor settings and provides just enough space for split-screen multitasking. Since this is a 2-in-1, you can set it up in tent mode for media consumption or use it as a tablet. The display supports pen input, and the laptop comes with a stylus that you can dock into the side of the device for transport. Ports include 1 USB-A, 2 USB-C/Thunderbolt 4, and an HDMI port. Battery life is amazing at over 13 hours of light use, and you can charge over USB-C. There's no fingerprint sensor or a facial recognition IR camera, unfortunately. Regarding specs, this laptop is available with various Intel 12th Gen CPUs, ranging from a Core i3 to a Core i7. These CPUs are more than fast enough for anything you'd need to do on a Chromebook. The problem is availability. The Core i5 model with 8GB of memory and 128GB of storage is the most widely available, and even that model is getting hard to find. There's a newer 20203 model with Intel 13th generation CPUs, which we haven't tested but looks largely the same design-wise. The only other upgrade besides the CPU is the higher resolution 1440p webcam. You can get the 2023 model on Amazon or at Best Buy.
Number 2 of my list.
ASUS Zenbook 14. Our best pick under $1,000 on the Windows side is the ASUS Zenbook 14 Flip OLED 2023. Sporting a full aluminum chassis, this sleek ultra-portable feels as well built as the MacBook Air above. Plus, it's a 2-in-1 convertible with support for pen input. It comes with a stylus, although there's nowhere to dock the pen for transport. This new model sports an Intel 13th Gen P series CPU. For under $1,000, you can get a Core i5 configuration with 16 GB of RAM and 512 GB of storage, which is more than adequate for general productivity tasks. As its name suggests, this laptop has an OLED display. It looks incredibly sharp, gets bright enough to combat glare, and produces deep, inky blacks. Also, it has a 90 Hz refresh rate, resulting in a more responsive desktop experience. The keyboard feels great to type on, and the touchpad is large and responsive. You get 2 USB-C/Thunderbolt 4, an HDMI port, Wi-Fi 6E, and a facial recognition camera for quick logins. Battery life sits around 8 hours of light use, so depending on your usage, you may need to plug it in for a quick charge to get through the day.
And number 1.
Apple 2020 MacBook. The best laptop under $1,000 we've tested is the Apple MacBook Air 13 M1 2020, the first MacBook equipped with an Apple-made SoC, system on chip. Although it's an older model from 2020, and newer M2 versions are available, in 13 and 15-inch sizes, the M1 MacBook Air is still a fantastic option for anyone needing a thin and light laptop for general productivity tasks. Its sturdy, all-aluminum build beats anything in its price range, and it provides an amazing user experience thanks to its sharp display, comfortable keyboard, and gigantic, haptic touchpad. Performance-wise, Apple's M1 SoC can easily handle tasks like web browsing, text processing, video playback, and even the occasional photo editing and casual gaming. The M1 SoC is also incredibly power-efficient, leading to all-day battery life. RAM and storage aren't user-replaceable, so get enough for your needs up front. The main downside is its limited port selection, as it only has 2 USB-C/Thunderbolt 3s with support for a single external display. If you can stretch your budget slightly over $1,000, get the M2 Apple MacBook Air 13 2022. Since Apple released the Apple MacBook Air 15 2023, the 13-inch M2 model dropped in price to $1,099, and it's often on sale for as low as $950, so you'll want to keep an eye out. This newer model has a sleeker design with thinner bezels, a slightly larger and brighter 13.6-inch display.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.